want to thank you and Ranking Senator Feinstein for your willingness to not only hold this hearing today, but to actively and strongly push for a new judge bill. I believe 1990 was the last year that we actually did a comprehensive bill. We've added a few since then, but we have all been working hard because every story that you've heard so far can be repeated in every state. And we badly need to do this legislation. I understand the partisan reasons that have caused us to never be in a position when we can trust that we could give the next president this many new judges to put in, but I'm confident that we should be able to work out a mechanism that would protect the interests of all sides in this and allow us to move forward. And I'm very ready and willing to do so now. I'm going to use my time just to make a couple of further comments rather than ask a question. But again, I just wanted to thank the leadership of this committee for your willingness to come together and roll up our sleeves and get this job done. It needs to be done. Let me talk about Idaho for just a minute. Idaho is one of only 3 states that only has 2 authorized judgeships. Now, admittedly, Idaho is one of the smaller population states. But in contrast, if you look at the Central District of California or the Southern District of New York, they each have 28 authorized judgeships. Idaho has had its only 2 federal judges when the population of the state was only 600,000 people. Today, the population of the state is nearly 1.7 million people, nearly 3 times higher. Yet, we still have only 2 judges. We've been recommended for years and years and years for a new judgeship. What we are seeing now is that the criminal caseload in the state of Idaho, according to the clerk of courts for the District of Idaho, has increased by 58% in the last few years. And we simply are seeing justice unserved in our state because of this. I indicated, as I said earlier, this is true in every state. And we need to deal with this crisis. This is a crisis in this country that must be addressed. Right now, we have to have visiting judges. We have to have judges from around the country take cases for Idaho because we cannot deal with it. And I just urge you, Mr. Chairman and Senator Feinstein, to put everything you have into this. I do understand the politics, and we collectively, as Republican and Democrat members of the Judiciary Committee, are going to have to convince our colleagues on this side, as well as on the House side, that we've got to put aside the partisan differences, find some partisan protections to put into place for the creation of these new judgeships that are consistent with our Constitution, and move forward. So again, Mr. Chairman, thank you for holding this hearing and for the work that you and Senator Feinstein and all the rest of our colleagues here are ready to put in to get this job done.
Thank you. Every 30 years, we probably should do something.